Now, quiz mistress of the National Science and Maths Contest, Dr. Elsie Ifa Kaufman, developed an interest in science at a very young age. That's according to her mother, Grace Ifa, who was present throughout the competition when her daughter took over after the preliminary stage of the just-ended competition. Now, she earned the nickname Powerhouse because she was always at the front seat, silently supporting her with prayers. Maxwell Agbagba has more on this rather interesting human interest story.
Parents, including my own mommy dearest, thank you for your support. Students,
Quiz Mistress Elsie Ifa Kaufman signing out at the grand finale of the National Science and Maths Quiz. Prominently featured in that list of people is her mother, Grace Ifa, who was in the audience. The time is 6:56 a.m. on the day of the semi-final contest at the RS Amegashi Auditorium. Grace Ifa is already seated here with her daughter. She will sit through all three contests and leave with her at 7 p.m. But what keeps her glued to her seat?
It's not because I'm enjoying the quiz. I'm there always to make sure I pray for her.
Wow.
Wow. That's my business.
The retired teacher, who is in her 70s, describes herself as the #1 fan of the Quiz Mistress. Her prayers of support for her daughter will earn her the nickname Powerhouse.
So I'm there because of her, not because of the contest or for anybody. I'm there to support her. All the schools come there with their supporters. And they sing, make noise. And I'm the only supporter for her. I sit quietly and pray for her, that's all.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Some call you Powerhouse, I'm told.
Yes.
Is it Professor Wachi?
Professor Wachi, late Professor Wachi.
Professor Wachi calls you the Powerhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Why Powerhouse?
I don't know what she saw about me. Probably she saw something because before we start, I pray. At the end of it, I pray and give thanks that everything is successful. It starts from the house.
Prayers?
Yes.
She says Dr. Elsie Ifa Kaufman developed interest in science at an early stage.
It was in Koforidua that we realized her abilities in science. There was a season that you could see these cocoons around. On one occasion, she collected some of them, put them in a jar, and covered it. And she had a jotter. Every day she would go in and then see how far they were developing.
Wow.
You see, these cocoons develop into butterflies.
Yeah.
So the first experiment, they all died. And she was very sad. She didn't give up. She collected the same thing, put them in a jar. They developed into pupa, and lo and behold, the butterflies came.
Wow.
She wrote everything down. So we saw that she was a scientist.
Grace Ifa says Dr. Kaufman's sister also tried to experiment with tadpoles, but it ended with croaks of frogs in their house. As a proud and caring mother, she talks about how, during the competition, she once met her daughter sleeping on her bed surrounded by books.
She doesn't sleep.
Yeah.
During the contest, you should come to her bed and see papers around her. On one occasion, I had to snap her with the papers. She doesn't sleep. Yes. And sometimes some of the words I hear her repeating from a Google. You see,